Welcome back. We have a session of women's 800 freestyle heats now for you. We have 9 heats to come, and these are heat declared winners, these events. So we will have medals won across all of our age groups over the next hour and a half or so, something like that. We have 10 swimmers in Heat 1, and you can see they're spread across age groups, 13s, 14s, 15s, and from the 17s and 18s. So here we go with Heat number 1. We have 9 swimmers in the pool then. Ava Halliwell for Wirral Metro on the far side. Then it's Esme Beavers for Rotherham Metro. Emily England Hall in lane 7. Lane 6 is empty. Then it's Lauren Berry for Wirral Metro. Esme O'Driscoll for Amersham. Macy Barker for City of Liverpool. Holly Gent for City of Leicester. Alice Harper for City of Glasgow. And Annie Fulkus for Northumberland and Durham Performance. It's 16 lengths of the pool. Lauren Berry turning first there. She's a 15-year swimmer. And Esme O'Driscoll, who was second at that turn, is also a 15 years swimmer. Annie Fulkus, who is third at that turn and is at the bottom of our screens there. Annie is in the 13s, 14s age group. So to briefly explain them, we'll see all the swimmers in all of the age groups across the 9 heats. And it's the fastest 3 in each age category who will win the medals, and we'll have medal presentations to come at the end of this session for our 3 fastest swimmers in each age group. Lane 5 then, it's Lauren Berry, that group of 4 in the middle, Esme O'Driscoll, Macy Barker and Holly Gent. On the near side, that's Annie Fulkus. And 2 lanes from the top of the picture on the far side, that is Esme Beavers, who's going well in lane 8. So it's Lauren Berry, Holly Gent, Annie Fulkus at that turn, followed by Macy Barker and Esme O'Driscoll. And these 5 swimmers pulling away really at the moment. But things do change. Swimmers have different race plans. Some pick up the pace at different times, and we see things alter. All of these swimmers will have target times in mind, of course. So we'll endeavour to tell you when we have PBs. We do like to congratulate the swimmers when they've swum quicker than ever before. That is always a huge achievement when anybody manages to do that. Lauren Berry obviously enjoying being out in front. She got off to that fast start and she's keeping herself ahead of everyone else. So it's Berry, then Fulkus. Macy Barker and Holly Gent actually getting to the wall ahead of Fulkus. Those 3 very close in time to one another right now. And in 4th at the moment, in lane 4, that is Esme O'Driscoll. We'll have 10 lengths left to swim at this turn. The 300 metre mark. Berry, Barker, Gent, Fulkus, O'Driscoll and Harper. Then it was Halliwell, Beavers and England Hall. Lauren Berry's lead, I think, just being chipped away slightly now by Holly Gent and Macy Barker. Lead cut by both of those swimmers at that turn. When we get to the wall now, we will be at the halfway stage. That's always a good marker for how everybody's swimming. The 400-metre split time. Lauren Berry looks like she might just turn first here at 400 metres, and she does. 4:38.42. Macy Barker 4:38.59. Holly Gent 4:38.81. Annie Fulkus 4:40.45 at halfway. Esme O'Driscoll 4:41.63. Alice Harper 4:41.90. Ava Halliwell 4:45.51. Emily England Hall 4:47.44. And Esme Beavers at the halfway stage 4:47.81 seconds. These swimmers then turning together after 450 metres. Three swimmers in three separate age groups. Macy Barker is in the 17s and 18s. Lauren Berry is a 15-year swimmer. And Holly Gent, a 13-14 swimmer. .500 metres swum then. So at this turn, we have 6 lengths to go. And the lead changes for the first time at a turn. Holly Gent first in there at 500 metres. Then Lauren Berry and Macy Barker. Gent and Barker, I think, picking up the pace slightly now. And we've got 3 swimmers in a line behind our lead 3. They are Annie Fulkus in lane 0, Alice Harper in lane 1, and Esme O'Driscoll in lane 4. And in that group of 3 swimmers at the top of our picture, that was Ava Halliwell, Esme Beavers and Emily England Hall. .200 metres left to swim once we get to this turn. Just 4 lengths left. And it looks like Holly Gent will turn first here. She's starting to speed up over that last 100. Macy Barker sticking with her. So our lead 3 now are Holly Gent, Macy Barker, Lauren Berry. That next group of 3, Annie Fulkus, Alice Harper and Esme O'Driscoll. Just 2 more turns for our leading swimmers. We'll have the bell now for each of our swimmers, which signifies 100 metres to go. 2 more lengths of the pool. So it's Holly Gent, Macy Barker, Lauren Berry, Alice Harper, Annie Fulkus, Esme O'Driscoll. 7th of that turn, Ava Halliwell. 8th, Emily England Hall. And then Esme Beavers. And we start to think about setting PBs, I think. Holly Gent's best time, 9:30.15. She's going to swim faster than that. Macy Barker, 9:29.05. She's going to swim faster than that as well. Lauren Berry, 9:29. I think she's going to be on for a PB. And Esme O'Driscoll's coming back, and I think she's on for a PB as well. Also Alice Harper. As a rule of thumb, if anyone gets under 9:30, you know it's the fastest they've ever swum in this heat. So here comes Holly Gent. She's a 13-14 swimmer. And she's going to set the benchmark for us here. 9:20.22 seconds. Macy Barker, 9:22.41. Lauren Berry, 9:24.99. Alice Harper, 9:25.39. All of those swimmers who finished now with PBs. All 6 of them. Well done. Ava Halliwell, 9:34.48. Emily England Hall, 9:36.31. And Esme Beavers, 9:45.06. Well swum, everybody, then. And all of those swimmers under 9:30 with PBs. What a great way to start this event. 6 lifetime bests, and now we go on to Heat 2. And the swimmers in Heat 2 are Darcy Arnold for Woking, Summer Martin for Wickham District, Grace Turner for Grantham, Molly Burton for East Grinstead, Martina Karabach for Chelsea and Westminster, Keris Griffiths for Pembrokeshire County, Emily Petersmer for Bexley, Matilda Boyce for Bracknell and Wokingham, Olivia Knox for Wigan Best, and Summer Smith for Basildon and Phoenix. First to turn will be Keris Griffiths here, 30.79 seconds. Then Grace Turner, Molly Burton, Summer Martin, Emily Petersma. Got a group of 4, I would say now. Getting out in front, Keris Griffiths in lane 4, and then Molly Burton in 6, Grace Turner in 7, and Summer Martin in 8. And I think those 4 will be our leading 4 at this 100-metre turn. In lane 2, Matilda Boyce also getting in among that group. Now in lane 4, Keris Griffiths moving into a good position, and Summer Martin in lane 8 doing likewise. So the swimmers in this heat, the 3 swimmers closest to us, Matilda Boyce, Olivia Knox and Summer Smith, they're all in the 13-14 age group. Then in 3 and 4, Emily Peters, Keris Griffiths, they're both in the 15s. Molly Burton in lane 6 is a 15 swimmer as well. And the swimmers on the far side in 8 and 9, Summer Martin and Darcy Arnold. And we have 2 17-18 swimmers, Martina Karabach in 5 and Grace Turner in lane 7. Keris Griffiths and Summer Martin will be the first 2 to the 200-metre turn. Keris Griffiths, Summer Martin, and third now, Emily Petersma. And Emily Petersma, ever so slightly, I think, is gaining on the 2 swimmers ahead of her. Keep an eye on the splits then. Griffiths and Martin in the lead at 250 metres. Now certainly coming into contention in lane 3, Emily Petersma, and you can see Matilda Boyce getting up on her shoulder as well. So that's the swimmers currently in 3rd and 4th. Emily Petersma and Matilda Boyce. "300 metres complete then. Griffiths, Petersma, Martin and Boyce, they turn in that order. And also coming into contention now, Martina Karabach in lane 5. And it's great to see after 300 metres, all 10 swimmers still in the frame here. Nobody really slipping too far behind, which gives you an idea that all 10 swimmers are swimming pretty well. Fifth's leading, Pietersma second, Martin third, and Karabach now up into fourth at that turn, just getting to the wall ahead of Matilda Boyce. Martina Karabach is probably swimming quicker than anyone else right now, and we come to the halfway turn, where we get our chance to really measure everybody's splits. So it's Keris Griffiths in 4:37.1, Emily Pietersma 4:38.23, Summer Martin 4:38.69, Martina Karabach 4:38.87, Matilda Boyce 4:39.38, Darcy Arnold 4:41.04, Molly Burton 4:41.62, Grace Turner 4:42.11, Summer Smith 4:43.80, and Olivia Knox 4:43.82. Those were the split times at the halfway stage. Four swimmers now in this leading group: Keris Griffiths, Emily Pietersma, Martina Karabach and Summer Martin. Keris Griffiths, our leader, looking good as we come up to the 500-metre turn. We'll have 6 lengths of the pool left to swim. Griffiths, then Martin, Pietersma, and then Karabach at that turn. And a gap of around 2 seconds to the next group. Boyce, Arnold, Burton, Turner, Smith and Knox. Keris Griffiths, 6:23.36. Gap between Keris and Summer Martin staying pretty steady at the moment. And they're both pulling away ever so slightly from our third and fourth swimmers, Emily Pietersma and Martina Karabach. So the gap between second and third widening just a small amount. We've got 200 metres left now. Summer Martin getting a little bit closer to Keris Griffiths over the last 50 metres. Summer Martin in lane 8. Looks like she might be accelerating now. I think she might be going quicker than anyone else right now. 2 lanes from the top. Summer Martin in second place into the last 200. And I think we've got a change of gear now for Summer Martin. After this, just 2 more turns. Griffiths, then Martin, then Karabach, and then Pietersma. Summer Martin did close the gap by another 0.2 of a second on that last 50. So I really think Summer Martin is stepping things up right now. At the bell, 100 metres to go. Keris Griffiths leading, followed by Summer Martin. Keris has increased her lead ever so slightly over the last 50. So there's still some energy in the tank, and that bell, once you hear that, you start to give a little bit extra effort. Harris Griffiths turning for the final time. Harris Griffiths in the 15-year age group. Her personal best for this event, Harris Griffiths, is 9:24.46, so we're on for a huge PB. Summer Martin will get a PB as well, and Martina Karabach too. What time will it be for Harris Griffiths? 9:16.30, 8 seconds faster than her previous PB, well done. Summer Martin, 9:21.28, 6-second PB for her. Martina Karabach, that's a season best time. Darcy Arnold, 9:24.57, that's a PB. Here we go, our full results. 2 15-year-old swimmers, first and second. And Harris Griffiths with the fastest time we've seen so far. We go on to heat 3. We have 8 swimmers swimming in heat 3. At the top of the picture, that's Freya Jones for Nova Centurion. In 8, Annabelle Irvine for City of Liverpool. Iris Hurst for Warrington Warriors in 7. Madison Markle in lane 6. Then we have the empty lane, lane 5. Lane 4 is Lucy Hunter. Lane 3, Clara Guinness. Another empty lane, lane 2. And the 2 swimmers closest to us, Lucy Matthews and Rin Mayo. So the age groups represented in this heat, number 3, we have Rin Mayo and Madison Markle. So Rin Mayo in lane 0, Madison Markle in lane 6. They are both 13-14 swimmers. In fact, they were both born in 2012. Rin Mayo's birthday is yet to come this year, so she's actually 12 years old. Madison the same, yet to have her birthday this year. So 2 12-year-olds in the pool there. Ages of the other swimmers in this heat, we've got 15 years in 8 and 7, Annabelle Irvine and Iris Hurst. In the 16-year age group, Lucy Hunter, who turned second there. And in the 17s and 18s, our leader, Clara Guinness. In 4th at the moment, Lucy Matthews. And in 6th at the moment, Freya Jones. Coming up to the 200-metre mark. All 8 swimmers very close to one another. They'll be pulling each other along. First at that turn, Lucy Hunter, then Clara Guinness, Iris Hurst, Lucy Matthews, Annabelle Irvine, Freya Jones, Madison Markle, Rin Mayo in that order. Rin Mayo is actually the youngest swimmer competing in this meet. She's swimming there in lane 0, closest to us at the bottom of your picture at the moment. Clara Guinness and Lucy Hunter turning together at 250 metres. Going towards the 300-metre turn next. It's Lucy Hunter and Clara Guinness. Almost side by side, only 2/100ths of a second between them, and then only 1/10 of a second between our third and fourth swimmers, Iris Hurst and Annabelle Irvin. Swimmers in this heat, 5 of them, I think at the moment, going quicker than the pace in the previous heat. First to turn now, Clara Guinness, and then Lucy Hunter. Got a good view there of our leading 5 swimmers. So that is Clara Guinness, Lucy Hunter in 3 and 4, and then on the far side of the pool, Iris Hurst, Annabelle Irvin and Freya Jones. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th at the moment is Madison Markle in lane 6, then Lucy Matthews and Rin Mayo just at the bottom of the picture. Okay, so the halfway splits. First to turn then, Clara Guinness 4:34.08, Lucy Hunter 4:34.71, Iris Hurst 4:35.41, Annabelle Irvin 4:35.67, Freya Jones 4:36.56, Lucy Matthews 4:39.21, Rin Mayo 4:44.25. And this heat is about 3 seconds quicker, I would say, than the previous heat right now. Three seconds quicker at that 400-metre stage. Clara Guinness starting to pull away in first place from Lucy Hunter. 500-metre turn next. They will have 6 lengths of the pool to swim. Clara Guinness in 5:43.80. Lucy Hunter, the gap between the first two increasing there. Our first 5 swimmers, and everybody, it has to be said, everybody looking very strong at the moment. Nobody really has dropped away. Everybody is swimming at a good speed here and looking competitive. We'll have 200 metres to go at the next turn. Now, how many swimmers can we get swimming faster than the previous heats, I wonder? Because Kerry Scrivis from the previous heat, I think she'd be about 3rd or 4th in this heat right now. Guinness, then Hunter with 200 metres to go. Followed by Iris Hurst, Freya Jones, Annabelle Irvin, Madison Markle, Lucy Matthews and Rin Mayo. Clara Guinness is going to be our fastest swimmer so far. Clara's PB for this event, 9:21. I think we're looking at something here in the 9 teens. I think we're getting under 9:20 for sure for Clara Guinness. And quite possibly as well for Lucy Hunter. She's never swum under 9:20 before. Iris Hurst looks like a 9:20 pace too. And that would be PB territory for our first 3 swimmers with 100 metres left. It's Guinness and then Hunter, followed by Hurst, then Jones, Irvin, Markle, and it will be Matthews and Mayo who are still swimming towards their 700-metre turn. Coming to the final turn then. Clara Guinness out in front. Turning there in 8:39.19. I think we're going to get close to 9:12 sort of territory now for Clara Guinness. Her PB is 9:21. Let's have a look then. Clara Guinness is going to set a new lifetime best, and also Lucy Hunter with a PB of 9:21. Anyone going under 9:20 here is setting PBs. Clara Guinness then finishes in 9:13.47. Lucy Hunter 9:16.62. Iris Hurst 9:17.59. They're all PBs. Freya Jones, 6-second PB in 4th place. Annabelle Irving, that's a PB in 5th as well. Madison Markle 9:23.67. A good time. And Rin Mayer, the youngest swimmer in our event, finishing strongly as well. 9:37.75. So there are the results of Heat 3. Madison Markle's 9:23.67 is our second fastest time so far for a 13-14-year swimmer. Here comes Heat 4. Eight swimmers in Heat 4. Lane 9 is empty. In lane 8 we have Tyler J. Thomas for Medway Maritime. In 7, Katie Otterson for Newcastle. In 6, Freya Gordon for Hazelmere. Lane 5 is Kate Roberts for City of Liverpool. Lane 4, Mia Hawkins for City of Birmingham. Lane 3 is empty then. In lane 2, Alyssa Lowe for City of Leicester. Lane 1, Elizabeth Warner for City of Leeds. And lane 0 is Joni Dunn for City of Liverpool. First to turn there, Freya Gordon in 30.09 seconds ahead of Katie Otterson. We have two 13-14 swimmers in this heat. At the top of the picture, Tyler J. Thomas. She's in the 13-14 age group. And Mia Hawkins in lane 4. One 15-year-old, that's Elizabeth Warner, 2 lanes from the bottom of the picture in lane 1. And 4 16-year-olds. Joni Dunn in lane 0, Kate Roberts in 5, Freya Gordon in 6, Katie Otterson in 7. And we have one 17-18 swimmer in this one, Alyssa Lowe for City of Leicester in lane 2. Leading at this stage then, Freya Gordon in lane 6. And Katie Otterson right on her shoulder after 150 metres. They turn first and second, followed by Alyssa Lowe, Mia Hawkins, Kate Roberts, Tyler J. Thomas, Elizabeth Warner and Joni Dunn. In that order, our 8 swimmers. As we swim towards the 200-metre point of the race. And we'll have a look at the splits here at 200 metres then. Freya Gordon, 2:13.98. Second at that turn, Katie Otterson in 2:14.47. So at the moment, I would say our leader, Freya Gordon, is just slightly ahead of the speed set in the previous heat. But swimmers from the previous heat would be mixed up with these swimmers right now. So we'll get times from the previous heat probably. If we carry on at this pace, that will be slower than we had in heat number 3. Coming up to the 300-metre mark next then. Freya Gordon and Katie Otterson. Looks like there won't be too much to choose between them at this turn. Katie Otterson knocking 1/100th of a second off the gap between them from the previous turn, I would say. And these two increasing their lead over everybody else. The gap to Alyssa Lowe grew by about 2/10 over that last 50. So we're swimming now towards the 400-metre mark, the halfway mark, when we'll make a note of everybody's split times. Alyssa Lowe, third place at the moment, looking pretty strong. And in the middle of the pool now, Mia Hawkins and Kate Roberts, just showing signs that they're moving pretty well too. So at halfway, Freya Gordon 4:33.53, Katie Otterson 4:34.07, Alyssa Lowe 4:34.44, Mia Hawkins 4:38.07, Kate Roberts 4:39.26, Tyler Jade Thomas 4:41.85, Elizabeth Warner 4:43.19, and Joni Dunn 4:46.92. And at the moment, judging by those splits, only Freya Gordon and Katie Otterson are going quicker than Clara Guinness from the previous heat. Good turns there from our leading three. All three getting a huge distance off the wall. And Alyssa Lowe now moving up into certainly second place and looking like she might even turn first here at the 500-metre mark. Well, Alyssa Lowe on the near side. It's going to be very close between them at the wall. And Alyssa Lowe does turn just ahead of Freya Gordon. So Alyssa Lowe certainly increasing the pace now. These three swimmers, very similar pace to Clara Guinness from the previous heat, I would say. So we're looking at 9:13 pace, something like that, probably for these three swimmers, something in that area, 9:13, 9:15. Alyssa Lowe is increasing her lead as well. She's swimming faster than anyone else right now. She was only 4/100ths of a second ahead at the last 100-metre turn at this end of the pool where we're swimming now. And you'll see when we get the splits how much she's increased that advantage by. 4 lengths of the pool left to swim then. This is the 600-metre turn. And now Alyssa Lowe's lead is just over a second. Freya Gordon has picked up the pace now in lane 6. So Freya Gordon now fighting back in second place. So it's still Alyssa Lowe leading, then Freya Gordon, then Katie Otterson. Lowe turning in 7:26.91. 2 seconds ahead of Gordon. 2.5 ahead of Otterson. This will be the last turn at the left end of the pool. So we get the bell now for our swimmers at 700 metres. Alyssa Lowe, 8:01.57 at the turn. And she's increasing her lead over everyone else here. So 75 metres left. Alyssa Lowe's on target to set the fastest time we've seen so far. And the race is on really for Freya Gordon and Katie Otterson to set a faster time than Clara Guinness in the previous heats. It'll be close, I think. Alyssa Lowe, though, is certainly on course to set the fastest time. Gordon and Otterson, well, they might get under 9:13 here, the way things are going. It's going to be close. Alyssa Lowe's PB is 9:13.72. She is going to break that. And Freya Gordon and Katie Otterson, they're both going to have PBs as well. These are three good swims here. Alyssa Lowe then, PB of 9:13.72. And look at that, it is 9:09.23. Freya Gordon and Katie Otterson, 9:11s. 9:11.06 for Gordon, 9:11.13 for Katie Otterson. They both beat the time set in the previous heat by Clara Guinness. Then Mia Hawkins and Kate Roberts, 9:20.24, 9:20.32. And Elizabeth Warner in sixth there with 9:28.60. Alyssa Lowe's 9:09, then the fastest time we've seen by any swimmer so far. Mia Hawkins, 9:20.24. That's 3/100ths of a second slower than Holly Gent. So that's the second fastest time for a 13, 14-year-old so far. Elizabeth Warner, 9:28.6. I don't think that will be, well, it's certainly not one of the fastest two times you've had so far for a 15-year-old. On we go to heat 5. We have 8 swimmers in heat 5. In lane 9, that's Katie 1 for Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 8, Abby Mitchell for Swansea University. Lane 7, Sophie Dowding for Team Ipswich. And lane 6 is Amber Hinton for Dumfries. Then the 2 empty lanes. And closer to us, Phoebe Adams in lane 3, swimming for Northampton. And then in lane 2, that is Phoebe Lawton for City of Coventry. In lane 1, Kira Johnson for Wigan Best, and lane 0 is Lauren Lilly for City of Leeds. And leading at the 50-metre turn there, in lane 6 was Amber Hinton, ahead of Phoebe Lawton. Phoebe Adams is a 16-year-old swimmer in lane 3. So too is Katie 1 at the top of the screen. We have 3 swimmers in the 15-year age group. Amber Hinton in lane 6, Phoebe Lawton in 2, and Kira Johnson in 1. In the 17s and 18s, that's Lauren Lilly, closest to us in lane 0, and Sophie Dowding in lane 7, 3 lanes from the top of the picture. And in the 19s and over, Abby Mitchell in lane 8, 2 lanes from the top of the picture. Lane 6 is our leader, that's Amber Hinton, a 15-year-old swimmer. Followed into the turn there by Phoebe Lawton, another 15-year-old. And we're swimming now towards the 200-metre mark. Let's keep an eye then on the split times. First to turn, Amber Hinton 2:13.05, and then Phoebe Lawton in 2:13.95. We're just slightly quicker at the moment for these two leaders than in the previous heats. In third place then, in lane 8, Abby Mitchell for Swansea University, swimming in the 19s and overs. We come to the turn after 250 metres with Hinton on 2:47.58. Lawton 1.12 seconds behind at this stage. We're coming up now to the 300-metre turn then. Hinton turning in 3:22.45. Lawton 3:23.7. And the pace of this heat very close to the pace from the previous heat at the moment. So these leading three swimmers swimming around the same times as we had in the last heat from Alyssa Lowe, Katie Otterson. Freya Gordon as well, swimming around that pace in the previous heat. Keep an eye on the splits then at the next turn, 400 metres. Three names from the bottom of the picture. Phoebe Lawton still looks like she's going along very well here. So the 400-metre halfway turn then. Amber Hinton in 4:31.03. And it's Abby Mitchell 4:33.63. Phoebe Lawton 4:34.52. Sophie Dowding 4:38.37. Katie 4:39.10. Same time for Phoebe Adams 4:39.10. Lily 4:39.47. And Kira Johnson 4:40.72. So those were the halfway splits. Our leader Amber Hinton, I think she's on course to set a faster time than we had in the previous heat. And our second and third swimmers will be around that 9:11, 9:12 mark. Maybe even a little quicker. Let's see. 6 lengths of the pool left to swim after this next turn. And Amber Hinton turning in 5:40.43. It's Hinton, Mitchell, Lawton, 1, Dowding, Lilly, Adams and Johnson. And only 12 seconds separating all 8 of these swimmers at this stage. So everybody's swimming well in this heat number 5. Amber Hinton's lead just being cut slightly now. Phoebe Lawton in third place, I think, starting to make a move now. 3 lanes from the bottom of the picture. Keep an eye on Phoebe Lawton, just showing signs that she's picking up the pace. And I think Katie 1 as well, at the top of the screen in 4th, is accelerating too, judging by these split times. 200 metres left to swim. Hinton 6:50.74. And that lead cut by 0.2 of a second over that last 50. Katie 1 is swimming quicker than anyone right now. She's in lane 9, she's in 4th place, and she's closing the gap on the 3 swimmers in front of her. Katie 1 is a 16 years swimmer. So that's Katie 1 right in the top left of your picture. In 4th at the moment, but closing the gap on everyone in front of her. Amber Hinton and Abby Mitchell travelling at pretty similar pace Phoebe Lawton again, just slightly quicker, but once again KT1 is getting closer with every passing 50 to the three swimmers in front of her. So KT1 in the second half of this race is the strongest of these four swimmers right now. We're coming to the bell for the last 100 metres. Amber Hinton in lane 6. 2 lengths of the pool to go. Abby Mitchell turning second. She's taken another 1/10 of a second off with that last 50. And everybody now swimming for home. Well, at the moment, I think only our leader, Amber Hinton, is going to swim a time that's quicker than Alyssa Lowe from the previous heat. Alyssa Lowe was 9:09.22 in the last heat. But we're going to get a few PBs. I think that's clear. I wonder if Amber Hinton will swim faster than Alyssa Lowe's time. I think Alyssa Lowe's 9:09.22. We're at a very similar pace here for Amber Hinton. Can we get under 9:09 for Amber Hinton? Second, Abby Mitchell going well. So watch the clock. PB here for Amber Hinton is 9:16.51. Clearly she's going to break that, but can she get over under 9:09 for the fastest time so far? 9:08.66. Second there, Abby Mitchell, 9:12.08. Season's best, Phoebe Lawton, 9:14.29 PB. KT1, 9:16.88 PB. Sophie Dowding, 9:20.72. Sixth there was Lauren Lilly, 9:21.69. And we'll look at the times and the age groups. Amber Hinton with the fastest time so far, so she's leading the 15-year-olds, of course. KT1 with 9:16.88 in the 16 years category. And we'll wait and see how many swimmers in the coming heats go quicker than those times. On we go to heat 6. Our swimmers in Heat 6 are Hazel Ann Carter for Wickham District, Olivia Sheehan for the University of Birmingham, Ivy Haggerty for Thanet, Hannah Sterry for Tigers of Jersey, Ella Smith for Northumberland and Durham Performance, Emily Johnson for Millfield, Isabel Hall for City of Leeds, Millie Threlfall for City of Leeds, Amelie Stevenson for City of Southampton, and Nadia Olszewska for Barnet Copthall. First to turn was Ivy Haggerty there in 30.69 in lane 7. Then Ella Smith, Emily Johnson, Hannah Sterry and Amelie Stevenson. So the swimmers in this heat, we have Nadia Olszewska, a 15-year-old swimmer in lane 0. We have 16-year swimmers, Amelie Stevenson in lane 1, 2 lanes from the bottom of the picture. Millie Threlfall in the lane next to her in lane 2, and in 5 and 6 Ella Smith and Hannah Sterry. In the 17s and 18s, that's Hazel Ann Carter on the far side in the last lane, lane 9, and 2 lanes closer to us, Ivy Haggerty. And in 19s and over, in lane 4 Emily Johnson, and in 8 Olivia Sheehan. First to turn then after 150 metres. It looks like it will be Ivy Haggerty in lane 7. 138.17 at the turn for Ivy Haggerty. And we're swimming now towards the 200 metre mark. These 3 swimmers moving clear at the moment. Ivy Haggerty, Ella Smith and Emily Johnson. Into the turn then, Haggerty after 200 metres 2:12.36. Smith and Johnson both with 2:13s. So right now we're swimming pretty close to the time that Amber Hinton swam. Certainly the splits are very close to Amber Hinton's splits from the previous heat. Look at that, 10 swimmers after nearly 250 metres, all pretty close together. Haggerty, Smith, Johnson, in Carter, Sheehan, Hall, Threlfall, Stevenson, Sterry and Olszewska. We're coming up now to the 300 metre turn. Ivy Haggerty will get to the wall before everybody else. Hazel Ann Carter looks like she might be up to third here at this turn. She was fourth at the last turn. No, just still in fourth place, but only by 3/100ths of a second. Fastest three swimmers over the last 50 metres there were Millie Threlfall, Isabel Hall and Hazel Ann Carter. Only 5th, 6th and 7th, but they are starting to pick things up, those three. And when we get to 350 metres, we'll see a few people change gear, I'm sure. Haggerty, then Smith. Carter is now up to third, ahead of Johnson. And then Sheehan, Hall, Threlfall, Stevenson, Olszewska and Sterry at that turn. We've got 8 swimmers here in a very good position. Look at that, only 2 swimmers have fallen away from this pack in this heat. At the turn, Ivy Haggerty, 4:31.22. Hazel Ann Carter now up to second. Olivia Sheehan in third. Isabel Hall, by the way, in lane 3, swimming just as quickly. She's 6th at the moment, but her times, her splits at the moment, just as fast as our leader. That's Isabel Hall in lane 3, 6th at the moment. But I think coming through, it looks like she'll be 4th at this turn, having been 6th at the last turn. Actually 5th, but only 0.09 off 4th place at the turn. So keep an eye there on lane 3. Isabel Hall, I think, starting to move herself up into the leading group now. Coming to the 500 metre mark, 6 lengths of the pool to swim. Ivy Haggerty in lane 7. Her lead's been cut a little there by Hazel Ann Carter. Isabel Hall continues to close the gap up to 4th. And I wonder if she's getting close to challenging Olivia Sheehan for 3rd pretty soon. Keep an eye on that gap between 3rd and 4th at this split. Isabel Hall getting closer and closer to Olivia Sheehan. I think that's 0.05 quicker than before from Isabel Hall. Millie Threlfall as well going pretty quickly in lane 2 now, and Amelie Stevenson in 1. So those are the 2 closest swimmers to us, the 2 swimmers at the bottom of the screen there. They're actually increasing their speed too. 200 metres to go. Haggerty leading. Hazel Ann Carter getting closer. Isabel Hall consistently the fastest swimmer in the pool right now, even though she's 3rd. Isabel Hall has managed to get ahead of Olivia Sheehan. Three turns left then. And the lead for Ivy Haggerty was cut again there. And Isabel Hall once again swimming quicker than anyone else. So she's actually getting marginally closer to Hazel-Ann Carter with each stroke. And both of them, I think, gaining on Ivy Haggerty at the moment. Isabel Hall's in the 13-14 age group. Ivy Haggerty and Hazel-Ann Carter both 17-18s. Haggerty leading. Hazel-Ann Carter closing the gap again. And Isabel Hall getting even closer. So Isabel Hall in the yellow cap, now getting up right among the leaders. Now PBs in this heat, if we get under 9:12 for most of these swimmers, that's a PB. I'm not sure if we're going to be quite as quick as Amber Hinton from the previous heat. It's going to be close. We're around that 9:08, 9:09 pace for these three leading swimmers. Let's see what they've got in the final 50. Haggerty, Hall now up to second. And I think actually now taking the lead. So Isabel Hall, well, that was a really, really brilliant second 400 from her. Isabel Hall is going to win this heat, I think. She's going quicker now than anyone else, and she has been for the last 300 metres or so. The fastest time so far, 9:08.66. What's going to be our winning time in this heat? 9:08.08. And actually all three of our first three swimmers set the three fastest times so far, all just nudging under Amber Hinton's time from the previous heat. Isabel Hall then obviously with the fastest time so far for a 13-14 swimmer. And that will definitely be a medal performance for Isabel Hall because we've got two 13-14 swimmers left to come. So that is a bronze at minimum for Isabel Hall, who wins that heat. Our first medal winning swim guaranteed there. Isabel Hall, well done, 9:08.08. We'll find out what colour medal that's worth as we go through the remaining heats. Here comes heat 7. Our swimmers in heat 7 then. Lane 9 is empty. In lane 8 we have Isla Roberts for Hackney Anaconda. Lane 7 Amy Kenworthy for Winsford. Lane 6 Evie Hands for Mount Kelly. Lane 5 Evelyn Hallisey for Newcastle. Lane 4 Mary Craig for Edinburgh University. Lane 3 is empty as you can see. Lane 2 Grace Cummings for Thanet. Lane 1 Talia Staines for Northumberland and Durham Performance. And lane 0 is Madison Emmons for Repton. Talia Staines turning first in 30.95, 1/100th of a second ahead of Grace Cummings at that turn, and then it was Amy Kenworthy who turned third. So lanes 1 and 2 at the moment, Talia Staines and Grace Cummings. Look like they'll turn first and second, with Amy Kenworthy third, and that is how they turn. So let's have a look then at the ages of our swimmers, because everybody in different age groups. We have one 16-year swimmer in this heat, and that's Evelyn Hallisey in lane 5. We have 17s and 18s in lane 8. Isla Roberts, lane 6, Evie Hands, and lane 0, Madison Emmons. And everybody else are 19s and over. So lane 7, Amy Kenworthy. Lane 4, Mary Craig. Lane 2, Grace Cummings. And lane 1, Talia Staines. Obviously, it depends how many swimmers there are left to swim in each age group as to whether we can determine medal-winning performances at the moment. As we swim to the 200-metre mark. And first at the turn there was Staines. Second into that turn, Amy Kenworthy. And these two out in front for us at the moment. Up to the 250-metre turn. Amy Kenworthy is going to get there first. She'll take the lead now. 2:45.90. Second at that turn then. Talia Staines slipping 0.45 of a second behind there. And Evie Hands in lane 6, currently third. Looks like she's swimming pretty quickly as well at the moment. .250 metres swum then, and our leader Amy Kenworthy is ahead of the pace I think that we saw in the previous heats, but only just. Our leading swimmers in this heat at the moment, until we start to see things change, of course, with changes of their race plan. At the moment, these swimmers, our leading swimmers, swimming roughly the same pace as we saw in the last heat. Amy Kenworthy, 3:53.85. Then Talia Staines, 3:55.82. Evelyn Hallisey and Mary Craig in lanes 4 and 5. They are accelerating a little bit now. So lanes 4 and 5 coming back into this race in the middle of the pool. So the 400-metre turn then. Let's see, Amy Kenworthy, she's ahead of the pace from the previous heat, 4:28.15. Talia Staines 4:30.91, Evie Hands 4:31.06, Grace Cummings 4:32.53, Mary Craig 4:33.14, Evelyn Hallisey 4:34.28, Madison Emmett 4:38.65, Isla Roberts 4:39.92. We've got three swimmers here, Kenworthy, Staines and Hands, I think, who are swimming just that little bit quicker than we saw in the previous heat. Their 400-metre split times just ahead of the splits from the previous heat. We have 7 lengths to the pool left to swim. Mary Craig in lane 4 is actually going quicker than anyone else right now. Mary Craig currently in 4th place. So keep an eye on Mary in 4 there. And watch these split times. They'll give us a clue as to who's swimming quickly. Kenworthy, 5:36.46 there. And once again, Mary Craig is getting closer to everyone in front of her. So Mary Craig for Edinburgh University in lane 4. Closing the gap on the swimmers ahead of her. Probably up to 3rd now, I would say. Just overtaking Evie Hands. They're pretty close to one another. We have 5 lengths of the pool left at this turn. Kenworthy still maintaining her lead. And actually, Amy Kenworthy's picked up the pace now. Mary Craig and Amy Kenworthy are swimming very similar speeds now. That's our leader and our 3rd place swimmer swimming pretty close in terms of their speeds, but I think Talia Staines may be slipping down to 3rd at this turn. 4 lengths to the pool left. It's Kenworthy out in front. And Talia Staines Still second, but Mary Craig getting closer and closer. There's our leader, Amy Kenworthy. She's swimming faster than the pace we saw in the previous heat right now. And the time in the previous heat was 9:08. She's a 19s and over swimmer, Amy Kenworthy. Her PB, 9:10.36. This looks like a PB type of swim now for Amy Kenworthy. As long as she can hold on to this pace, she's well on course for a personal best. And then in second, Mary Craig. Steadily getting closer and closer. I wonder if she can close this gap even more. We're running out of time, really. As we come to the final turn at this end of the pool, we'll get the bell for our swimmers for the last 100 metres. Kenworthy, 7:54.2. Keep an eye on the split times. What's the difference between the two swimmers? Well, Kenworthy actually increased her lead slightly over that last 50. So Kenworthy certainly swimming well towards the end of this race. Kenworthy and Craig, first and second. Their speed's very similar right now. The gap between them isn't closing. But I think both of these swimmers should get under that 9:08 time. I think our third place swimmer here at the moment, Evie Hands, is around the 9:08, or rather Talia Staines is around that 9:08 pace. So I think we've got our fastest two swimmers coming in so far in Amy Kenworthy and Mary Craig. So Kenworthy's PB, remember, 9:10.36. Well, it's a PB, I can tell you that for sure. She's definitely going to swim faster than that. Mary Craig, she's got a season's best of 9:06.72. I don't think we'll be quite as quick as that, but Amy Kenworthy, PB, 9:02.28. Well swum. Mary Craig, 9:06.47. It is a season's best. Well done there. Talia Staines, 9:09.56 in third place. And then Evie Hands, fourth, 9:09.92. So our first place swimmer, Amy Kenworthy, with our fastest time so far in the 19s and overs. Mary Craig obviously in the same age bracket, so she's got the second fastest time so far. Talia Staines, 9:09.56. And well, we'll have to wait and see there. Now 16-year-old Evelyn Hallisey with 9:13.91. That puts her into second place at the moment. That's a medal-winning swim there for Evelyn Hallisey. Here we go with heat number 8. Our swimmers then in heat 8, 9 of them. Nicole Ryan for Maidenhead, Maisie Dickinson for Wickham District, Ellie Hull for City of Birmingham, Alice Forrest for Northumberland and Durham Performance, Kerry Henney for City of Liverpool. Then we have the empty lane, lane 4. Lane 3 is Phillida Britton for Ealing. Lane 2, Lucy Parsons for City of Liverpool. Lane 1, Charlotte Surrell, City of Birmingham. And lane 0, Emily Forward for Swansea University. And after 50 metres, it's Kerry Henney in lane 5 with a time of 30.19 for the first 50. And then Alice Forrest is second there. Nicole Ryan at the top of the picture, lane 9, was third at that first turn. So this is heat 8 of 9. Only one more heat to come after this. So we start to get an idea of the times that are required for winning medals. Kerry Henney and Alice Forrest first and second. Charlotte Surrell now up to third. And then Nicole Ryan fourth in that lane furthest away from us. Okay, let's look at the age groups for the swimmers here. Ellie Hull in lane 7. She is a 13-14 swimmer. And there are no 13-14 swimmers to come in the final heat. She's the last 13-14 swimmer to swim. And the target time for the gold medal in that age group is 9:08.07. So we've got to keep an eye on lane 7, Ellie Hull, for 9:08.07 as the target time. The other age groups here, we have 17 and 18-year-olds in lanes 8, Maisie Dickinson. In lane 5, Kerry Henney. In lane 2, Lucy Parsons, and lane 1, Charlotte Sorrell. And in the 19s and over, lane 9, that's Nicole Ryan. Lane 3, Phila de Britton. And in lane 0, Emily Forward. We've got more than 3 swimmers to come in the other age groups in the next heats. And I haven't mentioned Alice Forrest, 16-year-old in lane 6. With 2 16-year-olds to swim in the final heat, Alice could win a medal with her swim here. So we've got to keep an eye on that as well. So those are lanes 6 and 7. At the moment, lanes 6 and 7 in 2nd and 5th places. And they could be medal-winning swims. That's what we're watching out for. As we come to 300 metres. And our first 2 swimmers over. Kerry Henney and Alice Forrest. And I think those 2 are just ahead of the pace that Amy Kenworthy was swimming at in the previous heat right now. And our third swimmer at the moment, Lucy Parsons, around the same pace as we saw winning the previous heat. So keep an eye on that. ...150 metres swum, and it's Henney leading from Forrest. And then Parsons. And we want to keep an eye now on the splits at 400 metres. I think as a good guide right now, I would say Lucy Parsons is swimming around the speed that we saw winning the previous heat. So our first 2 swimmers here look like they might go a little bit quicker than we saw in the previous heats. .426.44 from Kerry Henney at that turn. Alice Forrest 427.50. Lucy Parsons turned in 427.75. So remember, we have Ellie Hull in lane 7. She was 431.09 at that last turn. She's swimming in the 14 years age group. 5:05.82 at that last turn. It's going to be quite a battle for a possible gold medal for Ellie Hull. Trying to get under 9:08 to win that gold medal. Alice Forrest, the fastest time so far in the 16 years age group is 9:11, and she is in lane 6 and right up in 2nd place right now. I think Alice Forrest, if she keeps going like this, I think we are looking at a medal-winning swim in lane 6. She's currently 3rd in this heat. Turning now then. Kerry Henney in 6:08.13. Followed in there by Lucy Parsons. And then Alice Forrest. And Lucy Parsons now swimming quicker than anyone else. So that's our 2nd place swimmer at the moment, Lucy Parsons. Closing the gap, I think, now on Kerry Henney ever so slightly. 200 metres left to swim. Gap stays almost the same, actually. And Alice Forrest has slipped back a little from the lead over that last 50. So Alice Forrest will want to hold on to this pace with only 2 more 16-year-olds to swim. We've got 3 turns left. Henny, 7:16.21. Parsons, 7:17.79. And Forrest, 7:20.03. Remember, we're also thinking about Ellie Hull from the 13-14 age group. And we'll keep an eye on Ellie Hull's time at the next turn in lane 7. I think Ellie Hull's probably on for a medal at the moment, probably. We'll see. We take the bell then. Kerry Henny turning first, 7:50.54. Our first 2 swimmers are ahead of the pace from the previous heat, so I think they're both going to go around 9:04 or better. I would think that's about the pace we're looking at. And then keep an eye on our third swimmer, Alice Forrest. It's going to be close between whether she gets a gold or a silver medal, Alice Forrest. I don't think she'll be getting anything less than that. It's gold or silver for our third swimmer here, Alice Forrest. Oh, excuse me, I've confused myself. Alice Forrest's time that she's looking for, 9:11. So let's see how we get on there. Our leader now is Lucy Parsons in the 17s and 18s, ahead of Kerry Henny. They're both 17s and 18 swimmers. The fastest we've seen so far, 9:02.28. So it's the fastest time we've seen so far. These are the first 2 swimmers in that age group. Lane 6 here, Alice Forrest in the 16s, 9:01.53. And that is going to be worth a medal. Then we look at Ellie Hull, 9:06.04. And that's a gold medal swim for Ellie Hull in lane number 7. She finished 5th in the heat, 9:06.04. That is the quickest time by a 13-14 swimmer. So 9:06.04. Ellie Hull finishing in 5th there, but she'll be getting a medal later on. And Alice Forrest in for a medal there for sure with 9:01.53, but there are 2 more 16-year-olds to come in the final heat, heat 9. Our swimmers then in the final heat, Ava Cook in lane 9, then it's Madison Wrens for City of Liverpool. No lane 7. In 6, Abby Roscoe for Wirral Metro. Leah Crisp for Loughborough University in 5. Amelie Bloxage in 4 for City of Salford. Lucy Fox for Loughborough University is in lane 3. Phoebe Arbuckle for Warren de Barles in 2. Ella Dyson in 1 for Wickham District. And Emma Price for Northumberland and Durham Performance is in lane 0. Now we could get 3 gold medal swims in this race. That is entirely possible. We have swimmers in 3 different age groups here. We've got the 16-year-olds, Amelie Bloxage and Abby Roscoe in lanes 4 and 6. We've got 17 and 18-year-olds, Ava Cook in 9, Madison Wrens in 8, Phoebe Arbuckle in 2 and Emma Price in lane 0. They're all in the 17s and 18s age groups. And we've got 3 19s and over swimmers in here. Leah Crisp in 5, Lucy Fox in 3 and Ella Dyson in lane 1. So 3 potential gold winning swims among our 10 swimmers in this heat. I think there's a very realistic chance of that happening. So we've got to keep an eye on the times from the previous heats as we go along. And our leader at the moment, Amelie Bloxage, swimming in the 16 years age group. As we come to the 200-metre turn. And it's Bloxage, then Fox, Roscoe, Dyson, Crisp, Cook, Renz, Arbuckle and Price. The way the heats are seeded, we would expect the swimmers in this heat to swim at roughly the same speed as those in the previous heat. So we expect a mixture of times. So we'll be watching very closely. But I can tell you one thing for absolute certain. Our first 4 swimmers here are ahead of the pace that we had in the previous heat with those times after 250 metres. Bloxage, Fox, Roscoe and Dyson. And should really include Leah Crisp in that, I think, too. So we come to the 300-metre mark now, and Amelie Bloxage, look at this. Way out in front, 3:11.59 at the turn. And she is increasing her lead as she goes as well. So Amelie Bloxage out in front. Second then, Lucy Fox. And then not much between our third and fourth swimmers, Abby Roscoe and Ella Dyson. Well, Amelie Bloxage is going to set the fastest time. I don't think there's any doubt about that in any of our heats, the way she's going. And this is going to be a gold medal swim for Amelie Bloxage. Abby Roscoe in lane 6 is in the same age group, the 16-year-old age group. So she's trying to swim for a silver medal because I don't think anyone's going to catch Amelie Bloxage right now. Bloxage turning there in 4:16.62. And I'd say that 9 of our swimmers are ahead of the pace from the previous heat right now. So I think all of these swimmers would be leading the previous heats. So bear that in mind. Even a swimmer who's in 10th place here right now, 4:25.57, Emma Price, she would have been winning the previous heat the way she is swimming. Every one of our swimmers here is going quicker than we saw in the previous heats. So we're definitely going to see those 3 gold medals won here. There's no doubt about that. We can forget previous times. The fastest times are going to be set here. So we start to think about the medals then. Amelie Bloxage is going to win the 16 years gold medal. There's no doubt about that, the way she's going. Abby Roscoe in lane 6. Looks like she'll be getting the silver medal for the 16-year age group. And then we think as well about the other age groups then, 17s and 18s. Lucy Fox at the moment in second is on her way to a 19s and over gold medal. And I think we're looking at Phoebe Arbuckle leading the 17s and 18s race at the moment. Yep, the last 4 swimmers in this heat, so that's Arbuckle, Renz, Cook and Price. Arbuckle, Renz, Cook and Price, they are in a battle for the medals. So that's 2, 8, 9 and 0. So at the moment, it's Phoebe Arbuckle on her way to gold in lane 2. With Madison Renz, looks like she's on the way for a silver medal. And then we've got Ava Cook and Emma Price battling out for bronze in the 17s and 18s. I think that's how it will go because looking at the times from the previous heat, I think we're that far ahead of the pace that was set before. I don't think we have to worry about the previous heats. We are way ahead of the times from the previous heat, unless somebody slips behind. Emma Price, 6:42.11. She would still be leading the previous heat with that speed. So 3 lengths to go. We are going to get 3 gold medal swims in this heat. Amelie Bloxage in the 16 years. And then it's a battle between Lucy Fox and Ella Dyson for the gold in the 19s and overs. At the moment, Lucy Fox is on her way there. And still, Phoebe Arbuckle leads the 19s and over, the 17s and 18s. 100 metres to go. Amelie Bloxage looking very good. A PB of 8 minutes 30. 8 minutes 30.05. A season's best of 8:33.78. I wonder how fast we're going to go here. It's going to be close to a season's best, I think. 8:04.49. Looks like it's just outside a season's best time for Amelie Bloxage. But it will be a gold medal swim. And Lucy Fox is going to get the gold medal in the 19s and over here. So our 2 leading swimmers are both going to win gold medals. Amelie Bloxage for the 16-year-olds, Lucy Fox for the 19s and overs. You're seeing 2 gold medal winning swimmers here. Coming up into thirds, Ella Dyson's going to get the silver medal in the 19s and overs. Our gold medalist in the 16s then, Amelie Bloxage, fastest time across the heats, 8:36.06. It's gold as well for Lucy Fox. Silver then for Ella Dyson. Next into the wall, Abby Roscoe. She'll get the silver medal for the 16 years age group with that time. Well swum. Leah Crisp in 5th there. That's the bronze medal for the 19s and overs. 6th, Phoebe Arbuckle. That's the gold medal for the 17s and 18s. And the other times there, Madison Renz gets the silver medal for 17s and 18s with 8:49. And a bronze medal in the 17s and 18s for Ava Cook with 8:53.63. Emma Price just missing out on the medal there with 8:56.89. And that wasn't the closest to a medal we had, you know. In the 13 and 14 age group, Holly Gent got a medal ahead of Mia Hawkins by 3/100ths of a second. And that a very, very close run thing in the 13s, 14s. So well done to all the medalists there. Gold for Amelie Bloxage, gold for Lucy Fox as well, and gold for Phoebe Arbuckle. Okay, we've got swim off now. And this is for a place in the 13-14 final for women's 100 metres freestyle. Madison Markle and Eleanor Porter were the joint 10th swimmers in the heats. Only one of them can get into the final. It will be the winner of this race. So these two swam 1 minute 0.79 seconds in the heats. Equal times for the two of them. Hence the need for the swim off. We had a swim off earlier where the difference between the two swimmers was only 3/100ths of a second. So these swims are often close. And only just over a 10th between them at the 50-metre turn there. Madison Markle is a 13 years swimmer. Would you believe they were actually side by side as well in heat 3 when they swam earlier, when they hit that dead heat time. Well, what's going to happen here? Madison Markle getting closer and closer, but I think Eleanor Porter's going to get there. Can she get under 1:00.79? They both do. Well done. That's the first target for both of them achieved. Swim faster than they did in the heats. They would have both qualified for the final with that time if they'd swum that fast in the heats. That's how it goes. Eleanor Porter will get into the final. And she would have been 5th quickest with that time in the heats. So even though she'll be in lane 9, we know Eleanor Porter's capable of a quick time now and could be challenging. Right, that's the end of the action in the pool for this session. Now we are going to present the medals to our swimmers in the women's 800 metres freestyle. And let's go down to poolside for our medal ceremonies. There's a slight delay before the medal ceremonies, so let me tell you about the aquaticsgb.com coverage coming up of the World Aquatics Championships in Singapore. The swimming starts on Saturday, and you'll be able to watch all of the events live on the aquaticsgb.com website. It's the first time this has happened anywhere in the world. It's not going to be available on television in the UK, so aquaticsgb.com for free is the place to watch. You have to subscribe to Eurovision Sports, so create a login and that will make it possible to watch all of the action for free. The World Aquatics Championships have already begun. There is artistic swimming and water polo happening at the moment, so if you were to register today you would be able to see that, but conveniently I think the swimming begins on Saturday when we finished here. So if you want to continue watching top class swimming action this weekend, that's the place to do it. Go to the aquaticsgb.com website, set up a login for the Eurovision Sports Service, and you will be able to watch the entire World Aquatics Championships, all of the swimming next week for free. And it's the first time that's ever happened anywhere in the world that a website for a federation has been able to provide that service. So please do that and enjoy it. And we've still got plenty more swimming to come in the meantime. Let's get these medals presented down on the poolside for women's 800 metres freestyle.
The medal ceremony for the women's 800 metres freestyle 13-14 years age group. The medals will be presented by Shirley McClune, Field of Play team member, Speedo Aquatics GB Next Gen Championships 2025. Bronze medalist, representing the city of Leicester, Holly Gent. Silver medalist, representing the city of Leeds, Isabel Hall. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing the city of Birmingham, Ellie Hull. Please put your hands together for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 15 years, 800 metres freestyle. Bronze medalist, representing Pembrokeshire County, Cerys Griffiths. Silver medalist, representing the city of Coventry, Phoebe Lawton. Gold medalist and Next Gen champion, representing Dumfries, Amber Hinson. Please put your hands together for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 800 meters freestyle, 16 years age group. Bronze medalist, representing Northumberland and Durham Performance, Alice Forrest. Silver medalist, representing Wirral Metro, Abby Roscoe. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing the city of Salford, Amelie Bloxich. Please put your hands together for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 800 meters freestyle, 17-18 years age group. Bronze medalist, representing the city of Sheffield, Ava Cook. Silver medalist, representing the city of Liverpool, Madison Rance. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing Warrender, Phoebe Arbuckle. Please put your hands together for your medalists. The medal ceremony for the women's 800 meters freestyle, 19 years and over age group. Bronze medalist, representing Loughborough University, Leah Crisp. Silver medalist, representing Wickham District, Ella Dyson. Gold medalist and next gen champion, representing Loughborough University, Lucy Fox. Please put your hands together for your medalists.
Thanks for joining us for this session of women's 800 meters freestyle. I hope you enjoyed all of the action. We saw some great swims there, really great performances. Thank you once again for supporting all of the athletes. They really appreciate it. And we will be back for another exciting session of finals next. That is the next feed that we'll be bringing you, the next stream. It starts at 5 p.m. And the action tonight will be the finals from the swims we saw earlier today. So if you've seen a swimmer who qualified for a final this morning, come back and enjoy watching them compete for their medals, because that's what will be happening in our next session. We hope to see you then at 5 p.m.